So guys, I'm just back in the studio and I was thinking about, okay, what's the next steps for me? And I realized there is so much that I can't control. When you're releasing something, it can be a whole bunch of stuff that you would like, that you fantasize about, that you want to get, but it's not within your control. But there's this other pot here, which you can control. And every day with a release is a sort of emotional roller coaster. And it's very easy to fixate on the results of something you're releasing day by day.
It is true, I'm dead.
Rather than to conceive it as a whole and to remember that you're settling into the long run.
The idea is just to be non-attached at the moment.
Epictetus said, it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you react to it.
Just keep writing, keep seeing where whatever wants to leads. Don't know how these fucking buttons work yet.
Something that I've highlighted in myself this week is that there is a degree of abstraction between the notion of what I can control and what I can't control. So what I'm doing now is I'm making a list just to clarify this so that I can lean more towards what I can control, but also to be more conscientious about what I can't control. Because some of the things that you can't control, these are the things that actually tend to bring you down, make you feel low. The journey of 1,000 steps begins. 1,000 steps, 1,000 miles. I am going to try and start learning to get this pedalboard properly configured for being able to play live. There is a long way to go, but you got to start somewhere. Okay, time to dive in. Terrified of this damn loop pedal. I don't know how. I'm like not a geek guy, I'm not a tech guy, but I've got the hunger to improve. My why is that I want to play live, and if that's what I've got to do, I guess that's what I got to do. You know, just face the facts of what we can't do in order to do what we can do. And I think by writing down, by clarifying, by visualizing your relationship with these elements, you can both cause them to have less impact on you, but you can also think, okay, what can I actually do to bring these things that I can't control more under the degree of what I can control, if control is the point. So focus. You can't get fanciful results. You can't invent the results, the outcome, but you can work on where you put your focus. You can be more clear, you can be more conscientious. So one thing that I try to do is every single day, I've got my list of 5 different things that go on my list every day. Whenever I'm actually having a bad moment or I'm feeling unmotivated, I simply go to this list. The important thing with this list is just not overwhelming yourself. So the next thing is showing up. I can control getting my ass down here, making sure that I get myself into this room. If I can just get myself here, get myself into the process, get my mind zeroed in on the things that I can focus on, then after that, results slowly start taking care of themselves. The album somehow got itself made, despite the fact that I thought that at no point there was actually any momentum behind it. Tonight's been a good night, chipped away. There's always more than you could possibly do, but I'm focusing on what I can do, not what I can't do. That's what it's all about. I can't get a 5-piece band on the road at the moment, but I can improve. I believe that there's an audience out there for me, and here on YouTube, it's like when I reach the people that get it, I feel like you guys really get it, and it's like, if I'm going to get this music out and fulfill what I'm out to do, absurd as it is, crazy it is, I have to make different moves, but I can't do what I can't do. I can only focus on that I can do, work out the limitation. So mindset. I find the word mindset quite annoying, quite naff, quite overused. However, I think of Frankel. You can shape your attitude despite the circumstances. It's just not so much about control, it's about empowering yourself, because there will always be things that you can't control. There will always be things that are happening that you wish weren't, or that you could do better at, or that you could just put in some more willpower and move along. You can't control any of that. You can just do your best, learn new stuff, and keep going. But you can control your attitude. Environment. So something that I love is just every single day coming in and trying to improve one tiny thing in the studio. So for instance, today I bought my buttons for the loop pedal, but it's just this unfolding, this sense of if I can improve the environment, if I can get the workflow right, if I can get this sense of fluidity, this just really helps me. This is an area that just, it's an outer expression of my inner being. I was looking into this advertising question, went on Spotify. There's this thing on Spotify called Marquee Campaign. I'm not at the point where I can get on it. I'm in the sort of I'm in the primeval soup, if you like, of artists, I guess. You're slimmer and you're gonna crawl out of that fudgy ocean. What? Swamp! It's a swamp! Drain a swamp! Priorities, priorities, priorities. There are so many different directions one can be pulled in. Like for instance, with this album, having to become a marketer. So I can't do it on Spotify because I'm a grasshopper there. I'm a Beatle man. Dostoevsky would have been very proud. Having to do the videos, having to do the social media, having to do the promotion, having to improve myself as a musician. So I'm gonna have a look in. I hate advertising. But the reality is that's what's available.
The buying of influence through money, incredible.
I might do a little play on there, see how that rolls. Every aspect, there are so many things, and at any time I have to think, what is the priority, and keep this in mind. Now my chief priority is improving as a musician, because my dream is to play live again. So I need to keep working at that. But in order to do that, I need to keep getting the material out. I need to learn new things. I need to promote better without getting sucked into that matrix. Often the things that you think that you can't do are actually the things that you can do. So you have to work out if the thing that you can't do is something that you really can't do, or whether you're just resistant to doing it. And then you have to attack the resistance and go at it with full gusto. So outcomes, you can control the work that you put in, but you can't control the exact result.
I, for one, am just a fool for the belief in the gods. 45, still in the game, ladies and gentlemen.
We're sort of trained that if we hustle harder, we work harder, that the outcome that we want will always come right. Reality doesn't work like that.
I feel like I'm becoming enlightened, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. More coffee.
Look, it would be lovely if one of the songs takes off and I can go and chill out in a lovely jacuzzi. For most of us getting our work out, there's a degree of attrition of things that have to happen over and over and over. Usually the success that you aspire to isn't the one you get. The reality has a different plan for you as the one that you intend. So you just keep on controlling what you can, which is the work, and then the rest you leave it to God.
It cannot be controlled.
Here's the reality. There's just always going to be people out there who think you suck. You need to learn to deal with it. There's a lot of meanness and cruelty out there. You get to be you, take in the good stuff and leave out the nonsense. We're all in this space-time vortex. There's just nothing we can do about it. What we can choose to do is to try and live as best we can in the time available to us every single day, just to know you put your best into your life. That is what you can control. The rest of it, that's our mortal package. Ain't nothing you can do about that, baby.
I'm still totally learning, you know.
I think anyone who's working with content, with art, with creativity, you hope that you're going to reach your audience. Everyone has the same pain point. It's a struggle to get the reach, get the attention, and to get the audience growth. You can learn this. You can work harder at it. You can take in new information. You can try new things. But really, it's about finding the love of it and then staying in the long term. So many people are obsessed with the algorithm, with doing what it wants. It's, are you going to cede control of your spirit and your life over to what an algorithm wants? You can control your own growth, the inputs that you put in, how you unfold, how you flower, how you emerge, how you treat your potential like a seed that comes out into the world. I believe that if you work on discovering and nurturing that center, getting to know yourself more, your message, what you are passionate about, what you care about, the positivity that you want to put into the world, that these things lead to having an impact on the world, which is far more significant and important than algorithms.
What is it about?
Aha! Focus on what you can control. You can't control fucking anything, brother!